Hey, what's up, guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, friends, family, everyone? Welcome to the channel again. This is the brand. As you know, if you don't know, now you do. Hybrid Athletics. If you want to follow the brand, the gym, it is Hybrid Athletics _ fitness. If you want to follow me personally, it's King _ Tramontana. The purpose of this video is to explain the workout video that I just posted on the Instagram page. And it was a dumbbell only workout I did hit here at the gym that we have on the complex. And all we have in there literally is dumbbells and a nice bench. All right, the bench says incline to certain proportions. It doesn't decline, but if you know how to set up a decline, you can easily set one up. But the gist of the workout was really just a full body workout. Right, it took me about 25 minutes, and that was with me recording the workout as I went along. Right, if you ever train with me, I don't really like super long rest breaks. Right, unless we're doing like extremely strenuous work, which today's workout wasn't extremely strenuous, more like a priming workout for me. I've been doing CrossFit type workouts recently, so I like to throw in some type of bodybuilding workout or strength training workout in between those workouts, right? So, and yesterday's movements, I pretty much hit all the same things I hit today, minus the biceps and triceps, which were hit indirectly in that workout also. But the workout went like this. It was a dumbbell incline bench. The secondary movement was a tricep skull crusher, right? The reason being is on the incline bench and on any pressing movement that regards to the chest, and I mean even overhead also, tricep is also getting worked, right? So on that incline bench, the tricep is helping me push, and it's also helping me control the down on the bench, right? Also being worked as the front delts, rear delts. The back is also included, so as I'm coming down with the dumbbells, my back is getting engaged, lats are getting full, and then I'm driving through the chest on that press, right? Great movements to stack back to back, right? Because the incline bench doesn't overly tax the triceps, but it gets them primed up enough to where when you get to the second set of skull crushers, you're gonna be like, shit, maybe I should go down on the weight. The movements after that were a iso row. Secondary movement there was an incline dumbbell curl, right? So on the iso row, I like to get set up towards the end of the bench, sit real low on my leg that's on the bench, have my other leg sitting almost 90 degrees to that leg or a little bit behind, to where I have space to pull, right? The analogy I like to use for most people is, think about cranking up a lawnmower or chainsaw, weed whacker, whatever. If you've ever done that, you got to get down up into it and really pull the chain to get it started, right? It's the same on that iso row, right? I really want to elongate the lat here and pull through that lat all the way around, right? The awesome thing was I had a mirror to my right, so when I was doing my left arm, I could see as if I was getting full extension at the top, right? Because a lot of times I see people doing like this, like pulling just right here, right? You want to get all the way, right? Full range of motion, right? We don't want any like half range of motion or quarter range of motion, right? There are certain times for doing things like that, but for the average person that is trying to, lean out, tone up, which is a complete myth in and of itself, but you want to hit full range of motion, right? You want to work the entire muscle, right? I want to destroy all those fibers in my workout, so when I get back to my nutrition, I'm rebuilding those fibers, right? They come back leaner, stronger, right? And if you're trying to get bigger. Like I said, the secondary move was the incline curl. Incline curl, you're laying back. The biggest part of this movement isn't really the up, it's controlling the weight on the down, right? Because a lot of people, when they're doing a dumbbell curl, it's drop, right? I want to control the movement both ways, right? I don't just want to control it on the way up, I want to control it on the way down, right? It's really easy to fire muscle this way, especially the bicep, fire the muscle this way. It's a lot harder to control it on that opposite part of the contraction. But the reason being I stack those moves together because on the iso row, this has helped me stabilize the weight in my hand, right? As I work this muscle, this bicep is also firing, right? Like if you ever watch somebody do an iso row, you'll see like, man, their bicep and forearm are swollen right now. It's because of where the weight is being held, right? On like a higher pull down, you won't see it as much, right? Unless they're a couple sets in, or until they get to the bottom of that contraction where they're squeezing down, and now the bicep becomes engaged. Because from up here, the bicep is relaxed. Once I get down here, right, it gets engaged. After those movements, we went to some awesomer movements. goblet squats, and split stance Bulgarian split squats, right? But I did it with my foot elevated on the bench. The key to, let's talk about the split squat first. The key to getting set up in that split squat position with your foot on the bench, on your first set, right? Once you get your feet set and you feel comfortable in that position, when you bring that back leg off the bench, bring it directly next to your front foot that you've already had set, right? Because more than likely, that should be the same spot for your opposite foot, right? So that's the reason why I shot the video the way I did. I had it where I changed feet, and you can see I bring my back foot down directly next to my front foot that's already on the ground, and then I take the other foot up, right? I don't need to look back and find the bench. I already know, just from my brain processing the depth and how far it is away from me. I just need to extend my leg back once I feel the bench under my foot, get my foot into the position I want it in, and I can go back to work. Right, but the reason I stack those two movements behind each other, obviously the goblet squat is a version of a front squat, but you're working your quads, glutes, hamstrings, right, the primary leg muscles, so to speak. When I go isolated, I'm isolating one leg, and working, like, that back leg is working big time on the quad. The front leg that's on the ground is working big time on the hamstring. Both legs are, really the bottom leg on the ground is working the glute majority. And you can get a little bit of calf, if you're really like pushing through your toes. If you want to add like a calf raise on the front, you could do a jumping split squat also, where your front foot is jumping up and down off the ground. It's a little more taxing. I use that for the athletes a lot because it's an explosive movement, right? It shows you how to like really power off one foot, right? Because in any athletic endeavor, at least for the most part, you're gonna have to do some type of push with your feet, right? That's why, sled drag, a sled pull, a walking lunge, and stuff like that are really crucial in just about every training program, right? You need to train your feet, right? Because a lot of us don't do it. And a lot of accidents happen because our feet are untrained. But yeah, stack those movements together. Boom. Another thing that I noticed in the gym when I'm training people is, people really don't get hurt per se on the movement. It's starting the movement and finishing the movement where most people get hurt, right? Like re-racking the weight or putting the dumbbells down. When I'm doing a dumbbell bench press, I don't want to stop and just throw the weight out, right? Because there's a good chance my shoulder is going with that, right? I want to bring it down to my chest, sit up, put on my legs, control it down to the ground, right? You're not done with the movement until you let go of the weight, right? And you want to let go of the weight the right way. You also want to pick it up the right way, right? So when I start a dumbbell bench press, right, I set the weights down right next to my feet, grab them, bring them up to my quads. On the incline, I'm laying back, using my leg to help me throw the weight up, right? Especially in a heavier set, so that I get it up here and I'm not like, struggling to get the weight up there. I don't want to strain anything or overtax anything before I even start the movement, right? It's pointless. Other than that, the way I started today off was got up, made some breakfast, 2 eggs, 2 sausages, half a bagel, tablespoon of whipped cream cheese, some water, listen to Tony Robbins, got my mind right. I really got myself into a creator state, so to speak, right? It's easy to get into a creative state when you set yourself up the right way. It's easy to get things done when you're, planning out your day ahead of time, right? So every night when I get home, I'm thinking through my day, right? If I feel like I need to write it down, I get out a note on my phone and type up like, all right, what I need to do today, what I need to do tomorrow, right? The top 5 things I'm writing down, right? I got that from Manny Frisella. But these are things we all know, right? We all know we should plan our days, right? We shouldn't let time consume us, right? I've been reading the 10X rule. The last one was on time management. Like, time management is a great thing, right? But you give yourself more time when you have a plan and you stick to that plan and you work that plan, execute it, right? When you run out of time is when you just let the day run you, right? Don't let the day run you, you rule the day. All right, other than that, y'all have a great one. Any questions, answer any questions, concerns, whatever. You know what to do. DM me, call me, text me, message me, leave a comment, etc. Right? Other than that, hit the like button down there. Subscribe somewhere over here, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. But